Without wasting time, I would like to welcome on stage Honorable Stella Ikupa Alex. She's the Deputy Minister, Prime Minister's Office, responsible for disability. The reason we are working with this ministry is because in one way or the other, they work directly with young people and entrepreneurship, and they are also supporting us through the National Economic Empowerment Council. Later on, I'll recognize them. They are also here. The Executive Director, Madam Bengi Issa, she's here. So without wasting time, Deputy Minister, please, you are welcome.
Your Excellency, Ambassador of Switzerland, Ambassador Arthur Malti, Mrs. Bengi Issa, Executive Secretary of the National Economic Empowerment and Entrepreneurship Council. Also, I acknowledge Mrs. Rebecca Eno Chong, President of Network of African Hubs and Spaces, Mr. Jumanne Mtambalike, Chief Executive Officer of Sahara Ventures, who is our host, representatives from public, private, and international institutions attending this event. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. First of all, let me use this opportunity to thank God Almighty for enabling us to be here this morning. And on behalf of the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, I have the pleasure to welcome you all in Tanzania, the land of Kilimanjaro, Serengeti, Mikumi, and Zanzibar. So you are warmly welcome and feel at home. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, allow me to express my sincere and humble appreciations to the conveners of this gathering. It is great honor to me to be invited to officiate the Sahara Sparks 2018 and AfriLabs annual gathering event themed Innovation in the Data Age. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, innovation and technology play a critical role in supporting socio-economic development of any community, Africa included. I'm well informed and aware that the African innovation ecosystem has grown so much in the past 10 years. According to the GSMA System Accelerator report, there are more than 442,000 innovation hubs spreading across the continent. This includes co-creation spaces, accelerators, incubators, maker space, and living labs. Tanzania is not lagging behind. Since the government established the Boone Innovation Hub under the Commission for Science and Technology in 2011. More than 10 innovation hubs established in Dar es Salaam alone. These innovation hubs help to foster innovation and creativity. The innovation hubs also help in nurturing new business ideas and accelerating the growth of existing ones. They also help early stage companies to assess mentoring services and attract investment. In 2017, African technology startups raised funding in excess of US 195 million, an increase of 51% compared to 2016. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot speak of innovation and technology without emphasizing the importance of data, as well as we are living in the data age. Africa, like the rest of the world, is living in the data age whereby everything is controlled by data. Every day, the world creates 2.5 quintillion bytes of data, so much that 90% of data currently was created in the last 2 years alone. Data on agriculture, climate, communication, transport, finances, and many other sectors at the heart of the development of any society. This not only helps people to make informed decisions, but more importantly, take strategic action. Innovation, technology, and data can be adopted as tools to solve Africa's most complex issues, comprising of unemployment, health challenges, agriculture challenges, and many others. Innovation, technology, and data are tools to foster African socio-economic growth. It is high time we look in and consider reviewing our policies on science, technology, and innovation to include data. We need to think of taking a leap from treating science, technology, innovation, and data as a sector to a cross-cutting issue that can be adopted to address some of the most pressing problems facing our communities. There is a need to build a stronger innovation ecosystem where both the government and the private sectors invest in supporting the growth. We need to foster collaboration between our academic institutions and the industry. We need to invest more on technology transfer and research commercialization. Youth need to be well prepared to solve more complex issues in our societies through innovation, technology, and data. This cannot be done by the government alone, as we need to set the right policies and regulation. The universities need to offer the right skills-oriented programs, while innovation hubs need to improve quality of the service offered. And the financial institutions need to create conducive environments for youth to access financial services. Hence, we need more of the platforms to have this kind of discussions. But discussing alone, Your Excellencies and dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, is not enough. We need to act. We need to act faster, smarter, and innovatively to ensure that we reach the intended results. Your Excellencies, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, innovation and technology should also help to transform our academic institutions and research organizations. Our academic institutions need to move to third generation institutions, embracing more innovations and entrepreneurship. We need relevant applied researchers to support growth of our ecosystems, creating new market opportunities, and provide us with competitive advantages. Africa already invests lesser in research and development compared to other regions, which is a problem of itself. We all need to make self-assessment how we make the little research we do count. Your Excellencies, dear participants, Africa's share of youth population, inclusive of the persons with disability, makes it the youngest continent in terms of population by age. By 2025, the trend shows that population of Africa will exceed that of India and China. Shortly after that, according to World Economic Forum, about 40% of the world's working age population will be in Africa. Even though the youthful population creates huge opportunity for economic growth of the continent, it also poses a challenge. How do we create more jobs, not only jobs, but inclusive jobs, and leaving no one behind? More employment opportunities need to be created to respond to the needs of the African labor market. In sub-Saharan Africa alone, 18 million jobs need to be created annually in order to absorb new entries to the labor market. According to the World Bank, approximately 1 million youth are entering in the job market in Tanzania every year. The 2017 unemployment rate for youth in sub-Saharan Africa is approximately 10.8% and 29.2% in Northern Africa. Innovation and technology can play a crucial role in addressing continent's unemployment problem. This can be done through creating support mechanisms for the growth of the innovation and technology entrepreneurship sector. Dear participants, our priority now in the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, under the committed leadership of His Excellency President John Pombe Joseph Magufuli, is to build a strong foundation for manufacturing and industrialization. We believe by creating mechanisms to support the growth of the manufacturing sector, we will be able to create more employment opportunities and achieve our mission of becoming a middle-income country by 2025. To arrive at this end safely, we also know the importance of science, technology, and innovation, and that is why we are currently looking at and reviewing our national science, technology, and innovation policy to align with our industrialization agenda. The ultimate goal is to help young generation, including persons with disability, to start their own smart, efficient, customer-centered, productive, small-scale industries. By collaborating with innovation hubs, specifically business incubators and maker spaces, we can be able to help young persons to build businesses around these small-scale industries. Your Excellencies, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, I understand that our continent and specifically our country have both challenges and opportunities of the sector. I'm well aware that for us to reap the benefit of the sector, we need to have a quality education that provides more relevant skills to our youth to fit the market demand. As you all know, that the goal trend of the employability market demand is now shifting from grades and final scores to more of skills that one possesses. Our education system has to match with this changing demand. The government will continue to make sure that we improve skills of our youth by fostering new curricula as well as embrace skills development program in universities, academic and education institutions, as well as in the communities at large. I'm also aware that innovation and technology technological entrepreneurship through startup companies are a good breeding ground of new jobs to our youth and to the nation in general. These startup innovation companies are knowledge-based and have a very different model from the traditional companies. I'm equally aware that these are complexities in running and establishing these companies. We all need to reconsider this emerging new trend of workspaces as their official base in our regulations that we used to require a company to have a physical address and a contract from a landlord. Initial tax issues whereby we also used to demand tax from the start. We need to come up with better environment for them to strive, including working on our startup and innovation policies and regulation. I know there are good examples on this area that may need to learn and share experiences with other African countries performing well in this area, like Senegal and Tunisia, that we can borrow a leaf from. I believe and call upon all relevant stakeholders in collaboration with relevant government authority in the government to think of and organize for multi-sectoral dialogue and continuing improving our policies to this direction. This must also think of other key challenges for these innovation and startup companies like funding, etc. Again, as much as the government is doing a lot, but not enough in providing loans to groups. I understand that there are other options that together we can adopt to solve these challenges. These include opportunities around venture and angel investment capital. According to GSMA Ecosystem Accelerator Report of 2018, South Africa, Nigeria, Egypt, and Kenya leads in attracting such investment in Africa and in our East Africa region, respectively. More efforts need to be done to reap such benefits and help our startups in terms of friendly policies that attract such investment. Again, our government will involve key stakeholders in dialogues that will inform these challenges. Your Excellencies, dear participants, with all these challenges, there are also more opportunities. According to Forbes, growth in sub-Saharan Africa was forecasted to pick up to 2.6% in 2017 and to 3.2% in 2018, predicted on moderately rising commodity prices and reforms to tackle macroeconomic imbalances. Per capita output was projected to shrink by 0.1% in 2017 and to increase to a modest of 0.7% growth pace over 2018 to 2019. Nearly $3 billion in private equity has been raised so far in 2017 for Africa outside of BRICS countries. Investors in the emerging equity markets are also developing a test for Africa, with global emerging market funds deploying nearly 10% of their portfolios on the continent. 200 million Africans have estimated to enter the consumer goods market since 2015. I'm happy to be informed by organizers that part of the activities during this 2 to 3 days event that there will be presentations and showcasing startups business that are coming across Africa. More emphasizing should be put on South-South collaborations. As a continent, we should assess regional market opportunities and produce products that are in demand in those markets. We should put emphasis on low-cost, smart industries that use technologies to promote productivity and quality. As the late father of our nation, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, said, "The South buy things from the North, and many of the things we buy from North can be bought from Africa." So we are supposed to learn the habit of trusting our products and using it instead of depending on North countries. As a continent, we need to emphasize more on removing trade obstacles with other region partners and capitalize on intra-African trade. According to Africa Economic Outlook report of AFDB, trade among African countries expanded from 10% in 2000 to about 16% in 2014. This is a commendable improvement. However, it is very low. Another opportunity is on growth of agriculture in the region. Africa's agroecological potential is massively larger than its current output, and so are its food requirements. Agriculture is Africa's largest economic sector, representing 15% of the continent's total GDP, or more than 100 billion USD annually. I call upon delegates attending this event to think of the solutions on how the innovation and data can inform the growth of the sector and how we can utilize them to foster the development of our countries. Lastly, I would like to quote the late Mwalimu Julius Nyerere again, that the countries of the South must pay the highest attention to the development of science and technology. I believe this is the right time to explore how technology and innovation can help Africa to leapfrog to the fourth industrial revolution. While others are working, we need to be running and also jumping where possible. Your Excellencies, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government and the people of the United Republic of Tanzania, I wish you a successful deliberations and stays in Tanzania. I hope you will enjoy the hospitality of our people, and I welcome you to visit our vast tourism, heritages, and natural resources that our country is endowed with. I have the honor to declare this Sahara Sparks 2018 and AfriLab's annual gathering event at the Golden Tulip Hotel here in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, from today, 11th October 2018 to 13th October 2018, carrying the theme, "Innovation in the Data Age is now officiated." God bless Africa. God bless Tanzania. God bless you all. Thank you for your attention.